Dylan up for the break.
And this cut break has been money for Dylan Leary tonight. And wouldn't you know it, it's dry. So Oliver Goddard and Justin Matthews have the opening chance. The only thing you would say is, at least at first glance, it doesn't look like a nice one. It's the sort of layout that I think if you did Leary and 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏, despite breaking dry, you're probably quite pleased to see. It feels like their wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's a messy frame, and the only thing I would say is Justin mentioned it in his interview tonight. He's now learned when to go, when not to go, and so these two lads, yes, they're juniors, but they're on the experienced side of the juniors, so they've been in these situations before.
So they have botted. It will be yellows. And it looks like they may well be going, which is hyper aggressive.
It is, but yellow off red here, top into the other red, and there is an opportunity.
Yeah, you can see that's where he's lining up.
It's a great effort.
Not bad. It's not bad. They'd love the yellow to slide by the 8-ball, but I don't know if it does. I don't think it does. They've got a thin snick.
Deserve better, but they've still got a possible out if they can just trap the cue ball off the side rail to leave an angle here. There you go, and Justin needs to get into this, but I'm not quite sure he can get into it enough to bring the yellow off the side rail, so they're sort of playing into Eddie and Dylan's hands now.
I think as soon as Dylan and Eddie saw them take that first shot on, and then the second, I think they were pretty pleased.
It's pulling back, nice shot. So he's just brought that red off, so it does now go into the middle pocket, and Eddie's sort of got a free attempt at this.
If you want to go further, no,
He can sort of play this as a shot to nothing and go cushion first with the cue ball. If he gets the pot, he's on, and if he doesn't get it, they're safe anyway.
Well, decides against it altogether. I think we will get a little bit of that. We saw in the last match against Zak Shepherd and Lee Whitfield, they were prepared to play the ultimate waiting game, and I think there will be an element of Eddie Barker and Dylan Leary using every year of that experience against Oliver Goddard and Justin Matthews. I'm pretty sure Eddie and Dylan have known each other and been friends for longer than a combined age of Oliver Goddard and Justin Matthews. That's the level we're talking in terms of experience.
Yeah, there's some years on their side, but the good thing about Eddie and Dylan, they're such good representatives of the game and role models for anyone coming up. And obviously I speak to them both regularly, and they're always asking how Teddy is, how the others are doing, and they just want to see the game develop. And they can see the standard of players that are coming through. The next gen series is just the pinnacle of showcasing what talent they've got coming through in the circuit.
I'm pretty sure that was fully fledged from Dylan, but with an eye to not leaving anything if he missed, which I'm not sure he has. He's pretty concerned though. Don't think they've left the gap to that bottom yellow.
Maybe if they can pot.
Or have they? No.
That's not a bad safety. Dylan and Eddie are big favourites to win this frame just because of the position of their balls, but they know one mistake, if they leave them any shot on the yellows, then they're more than capable of knocking these in.
Yeah.
Another safety shot, but this was what I was talking about. Has he left the yellow into the bottom corner? And if the yellow that's near the centre goes in the right middle, then they'll have a natural angle to develop the other one. It's just whether they can fit the cue ball through and drop this in.
I think they might be able. Tight. Yeah. Correct play. So they couldn't.
Battling away though.
Yeah, they're not giving it away, which is excellent work. Eddie and Dylan, you feel like, are trying to bait them into giving it to them, but some wise heads on young shoulders for Oliver Goddard and Justin Matthews.
So this is a chance.
Tell you what. Tell you what. Oh, this definitely clips back, and they're sort of heading in the right region to make something happen.
Hold on to your hats. They've already used their extension, so they're going to have to play it reasonably quick.
Yeah, these beeps might catch them out here. Justin's on it. Maybe they couldn't get through to it. That changes how that shot looked. I thought they were on that thin clip, but obviously not.
No, I can see why they've played that shot, because the two reds at the top right of the table, they've obviously, Dylan and Eddie have accidentally tied that up, so they just thought, well, develop their bad yellow, so hopefully they can get an opportunity further down the line. This frame's in the balance. So we're going to see another safety shot coming up from, so Dylan may choose to pop the red to the top left, and then Eddie will play safe after. So open up the two reds and leave the cue ball glued.
It's safe to say this first frame has taken on an almighty weight.
That's fine, mate, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's perfect, so he can just clip off the red and cue ball off the top rail and back behind the other one.
Feathers the red, barely made contact.
Oh, has the ref called
Oh,
foul?
he's missed it. Oh, wow. That's incredible.
I thought he hit it. I don't know.
Well, 𝗟𝗩𝗘𝗀𝗀 was right there. Eddie called it straight away. I mean, that is amazing. Oh, that's such a bad mistake.
And there's a big chunk of the match gone as well, and what an opportunity for these lads.
Well, we mentioned that the start was key. Had to start well. And, well, a 1-0 lead with best part of half the match clock chewed up is the dream start.
Great shot, Ollie.
Well, well, well. The hopes are alive for Oliver Goddard and Justin Matthews. Can they force a 6-red shootout?
Game on.
Liam White is G'd right up in the commentary studio, I can tell you folks. Eddie Barker and Dylan Leary are still in a good position. Remember, they have the draw, so they won't be panic stations just yet. But goodness me, that shot from Eddie Barker, not one of his best.
Can Justin find a break?
Oh, he can make a ball. That's the most important thing.
He needs to be on something.
Splits haven't been kind tonight, have they, for a lot of pairs?
No, but he's at the table, and you see he's not quite connected with it. You see the cue ball spinning on the replay, which means he hasn't hit it flush as he'd like. Does this red go?
It's a plant, I think. Yeah, feathered the first red, which made that missed. I don't think it's the end of the world missing that early. If you're going to miss in this frame, miss early.
Yeah.
That's asking a pretty big question and doing Leary to clear from here.
And in a way, it might be sort of second prize for Justin, because you're sort of forcing Dylan to go for a tough finish that's you expect him to get, but you can also make mistakes from it, and if he doesn't get the finish, the reds are going to be open.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you came to the table right now, I'm pretty sure you'd want to be reds. Got the yellow on the side rail, the yellow that he's closest to now I don't think passes into a pocket. And Dylan Leary's got to find one here. This is not easy, and his next shot is tough as well. I think he's pulling back.
He's going thin. 𝗡𝗃𝘀𝗀's travelling.
Oh, hits the jaw. How's your luck? Well, I don't think it's great.
And the more yellows he pots, if he doesn't quite get the angle, Justin's sitting there going, I'll take this situation.
I think he's just on the underside of this yellow on the side rail. Oh, got the red. Oh, wowee.
So, is it time for Eddie to push back and try and force a mistake out of Justin? I think he is. He's just going to glance off the yellow and leave it in the bottom jaws.
So Dylan Leary pulls back. Justin Matthews to the table. 1-0 up.
I think just just hit the red thin, and maybe just put the cue ball on the left-hand side of the table.
Just sort of just plays a containing shot, really. Just treetops Dylan. This is not an easy shot.
Dylan's just going to clip off the yellow thin, I think.
So opens all of his yellows up, but he has left reds. He has left reds on. Justin Matthews, big chance.
This is the key shot now. Can he get perfect on this red? Force the cue ball off the side rail. And you see that match clock going down to 7 minutes. This is huge.
A 2-0 lead at this stage of the match would be massive. And we'll put a cat among the bats.
And that's a great shot. That is ball in hand perfect.
Isn't it just?
He needs to hold himself together now and decide, does he want to take the red into the bottom left or play the bigger margin and take it into the left centre? Personal choice would be left centre.
Yeah, that's lovely. Got the gap.
The heart will be racing.
Oh, I don't doubt it for a second. But this is what you play the game for. Justin Matthews to put his pairing up 2-0. And it'll take us the best part of the way into the 15-second shot clock as well at the start of frame 3. Eddie Barker and Dylan Leary are under the pump. Love that he's just taking his time as well. He's not rushed. Just dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And in doing so, he's taking even more time out of that match clock.
He's not kept the cue ball under really nice control here.
Yeah. Yeah, really well played. It's 8-ball for a 2-0 lead. Never in doubt. A And Dylan Leary and Eddie Barker need to find some form. Clock will stop now at 5 minutes, which will mean our next frame is played under a 15-second shot clock. And you mentioned the heart would be racing. I think we just confirmed that, didn't we?
Yeah, and 5 minutes for 2 frames, it's not, I mean, it's doable, and they've got to win the 2, but it's not like easy. If we see some of the splits we've had.
Yeah, they need to start getting some good splits. Both of the opening splits in our match here have been tricky.
Trailing 2 frames to nil.
What Eddie Barker would do for a golden break. Eight balls travelling, and it stays up. Goodness me. Wow.
I thought it was there.
I think everyone did. I can't believe it stayed up. But as it is, Eddie's got to hold himself together here, put that disappointment to one side, because this is a brilliant chance. This is the best layout of this match by a mile.
Yeah, it's almost like a golden break. The layout is left, but as you said at the opening section of the night, you've got to put these guys under pressure, and 2-0 down. It's not easy when you need to get the frame. Just make sure he didn't clip the yellow there and gets back up off his shot. He's played this well. Great shot. Batman is showing us how it's done.
Yeah, and in good time as well. It has been a split that has enabled that, and that was the point we were talking about. It's not been easy for either pair to really get themselves going in this match, because the splits have been really difficult. Sometimes the balls dictate. This 8 ball for 2-1. In it falls for the Batman. He returns to the bat cave and tags in his mate Dylan Leary. This is now going to be a massive 4th frame. 3 minutes and change remain.
Yeah, on the good point, it's Ollie's break. So
does he go to the front ball?
I think for Ollie, I would probably go cut break, because if you don't get a ball, a lot of the time you get a more clustered layout, which if the balls can be tied up, then it's in his favour. Or could you get the gold, and he's going for the cut break.
Leading 2 frames to 1.
Needs a ball.
All right then, Eddie Barker and Dylan Leary have the opportunity to play spoiler, to send these kids home to bed early.
So I think the key shot is this one. Can he get the red? As long as they're on another red, they're probably going to get out.
In goes the red. Cue ball's in. Cue ball is in. Oh, hold your horses.
Oh. Right, boys. Hold yourselves together.
This is a massive chance to remember, because that foul happened on the first shot. This is still open table. Cue ball in hand, anywhere on the table, open table. These reds are sitting pretty.
Need to make sure you get this one, though.
Lovely pot, but a bit short.
Yeah, he's played the... I feel it's the wrong shot. He's now... They needed to reduce the clock and take the other reds to not leave Dylan and Eddie enough time, but... It's not bad.
Oh, it's all down to that 8 ball, isn't it, for Eddie and Dylan? They can get to the 8 ball, that's not the issue. But where is it going to go?
I think it'll go in the corner because they'll be playing this yellow off the red. And if this is the shot which will set the night up, there you go. Oh.
But it hasn't opened the 8-ball up. There's still hope.
They will have one more opportunity to play the same shot that they've just played, which will determine whether they're going to get out or not.
And they're going to play it now, straight on it.
He hasn't got too much time to... Oh, he's choosing not to.
Opting to clear up the top of the table first. Okay, Dylan's just pointing it out for us. There's the plan. Minute to do it. Are we going to a 6-red shootout?
Oh, I think that's as perfect. The only thing that can save Justin here is the red comes out and stops the other two yellows, stops the route.
The 8-ball now goes, but the red has done exactly what you prophesized, and it blocks those yellows. It's a hit and hope. It's a foul, and Oliver Goddard and Justin Matthews are going to go to a 6-red shootout here. 20 seconds left. The gig is up for Eddie Barker and Dylan Leary right now, and they prepare for a 6-red shootout. And in fact, they offer the hands. What a performance from Ollie and Justin. And they take us the distance in the Ultimate Pool Pairs Cup. Can you believe it?
What an opportunity for these boys. They've earned it, deserve it.
Very, very even lag. It's been won by Dylan Leary and Eddie Barker. I'm almost certain they'll put these two into bat. It's a very even lag. That's how even it is, and that's why they're taking a good old look.
Anyone got a ruler?
Yeah, I'm craning my neck in the studio. Don't think 𝗟𝗩𝗘𝗃𝗲𝗄's made a call yet. I think they're relagging. Have you ever seen that? Unbelievable. There's nothing to separate them. A relag for a 6-red shootout. And this time it's going to be won by Eddie and Dylan, and they will, I'm sure, put Justin and Ollie in first. So, in case you need a refresher, cue ball and the object ball must be stationary. Rest of the balls can still be moving. Quickest time wins. That is an amazing break, and they can get to work quickly.
Don't want too much travelling. Roll it in. Nice. Soft stun. Roll it in.
It's a nice shot. I tell you what, they're going to set an okay time here, you know.
Roll it in.
That was the only tester.
Just make sure.
It's in the wheelhouse for Justin Matthews and Ollie Goddard. We'll get the confirmed time very shortly. But for your first ever 6-red shootout, I tell you what, fair play.
That's good. And they travelled a little bit at the start, but they didn't panic, which was the best thing to see. And it's a beatable score, but it's a good score. You see Justin praying in the background just behind Eddie.
They've asked the question of these two. Dylan Leary, by the way, until roughly 3 or 4 weeks ago, had never won a 6-red shootout. You mentioned earlier that dynamic alone might change now he's won one. It's up to the test against a 16 and a 17-year-old.
I'll have to start calling me Mystic Mouse.
See, the time's just gone up on the back screen there. It's 27:48 to beat.
Interesting to see Eddie on the other side of the table.
I know they've practiced this. A little bit of running side, halfway off the top ball. Eddie Barker waits.
It's glued.
Just plays a shot to develop, and now they can fly. Cue ball and object ball, remember, are the only ones that need to be stationary.
Need to stay steady, and I think they're away. Cue ball's going to travel on this one, but I think they're fine.
Oh, this is such a good 6-red shootout, and they know, just make this and they're through. Eddie Barker and Dylan Leary have done it. What a matchup. 6-red shootout victory for Batman and Lethal Leary. But what about those two youngsters, Justin Matthews and Ollie Goddard? What a brilliant performance from the pair of them. But it is the senior statesmen who get the win over the next gen. Eddie Barker's delighted, so too is Dylan Leary, and we will see them in just a moment when we come back to the studio. Back in a sec.